Yo, happy Monday, everybody. Today is August 3rd, and let's see what's going on in the world of biotech news. Biopharma dive. AstraZeneca Bristol Myers mega merger. Wall Street isn't so thrilled. So basically, this is playing on the rumor that these two pharma giants will merge, and AstraZeneca basically will just swoop in and grab Bristol Myers Squibb to open up their U.S. business. I think AstraZeneca is the bigger of the two companies. I'm pretty sure they are, and to open up their to kind of like beef up their U.S. business, as I said. But I guess Wall Street doesn't really think this deal makes too much sense, and therefore, um, the former lost tens of billions of dollars in market value following reports of potential tie-up. The former. Oh, so AstraZeneca lost tens of billions of dollars. Interesting. Because they think the shareholders think that they will make a dumb decision to grab Bristol Myers. I don't know about that. Well, we'll see. It's there's several articles that I read that was very interesting about the speculation of this merger, because there's not so much synergy and so much overlap between the business of these two pharma giants, such as in the area of PD-L1, so immunotherapy or immuno-oncology, as well as some of the newer drugs that they're developing, like was it bispecifics? Yeah. So the old school IOs as well as the bispecifics, too much overlap, so not great. Supernus Individor merged to beef up a brain drug portfolio. Let's take a look at that one. Boom. Damn, the Chromebook is hard to use. Biotech taps Sobi executive Oakers as its next CEO. Good for Mr. Oakers. Alnylam plunges in earnings, delivering 1-2 punch. Too bad for Alnylam. They're a great company, though. It feels like their approach is quite unique in this industry. Of the first ones to go down the path of RNA interference, probably. They've been a great company, and it's unfortunate to see it play out that way. Novo setback cast doubt on new way of treating heart disease. Too bad, Novo. There's enough setbacks for you, and you don't mind another one. Yeah. IPO tracker. Trump administration. 340B. Resilience and Lilly invest to boost Cincinnati drug production, making GLP-1 injectables. Replimune. That was last week's news. All right, that was the first one. Let's see what's going on in Fierce Biotech. Editor's Corner, why AZ-BMS merger would be a very bad idea. Well, isn't that just the same exact headline? Pipeline disruptions, layoffs are damaging broader biopharma ecosystem, argues Fierce's Angus Liu. Angus, a great reporter. I like this guy. Good insights. Good guy. He's been writing for a while, and like at least 15 years, right? Even before that, actually. I remember reading about this guy when I was a PhD. So it was a while. It's been a while. And he's really good. I highly recommend Angus. It's making a difference. Madrigal CEO. About MASH deal making. Madrigal is one of those company that really has like a special place in MASH. And MASH is a particularly hard disease or indication to conquer, but Madrigal is one of the leaders. I mean, take a look at it, but there's not a whole lot out of it. Blossom Hills, this one's interesting. Okay, maybe we take a look at this one. After 5 months, Biotech, Review Sobi CEO will take the top job. Curium strikes up $8 billion deal for radiopharma rival Lantheus. This is good. Let's take a look at that one. Novo left praying for Artemis. Oh, yeah, that's what the Novo Nordisk news is about. Artemis and Hermes. Hermes. Is that how you say it in French? SCKD uh, trial flops. Well, not a good year for Novo Nordisk. Supernus Individor merges to beef up brain drug portfolio. Combines two companies, nearly a dozen neurological drugs bring in steady but not blockbuster sales, such as opioid use disorders and Parkinson's. They announced their plan to merge on Monday. So the terms are they will receive 1.5 shares of Individor for every Supernus shares they own, and Individor shareholders will receive a one-time $1 billion cash dividend before the deals close, financed by $650 million loan and combined companies cash on hand after the close. The former Individor shareholders will own around 57% of the combined company, and Supernus. Oh, it's almost like an equal merger, a merger of equals. Following the close, the company will be called Supernus, headquartered at Supernus's Rockville, Maryland offices, and will be headed by its current CEO, Jack Qatar. Individor, why do I call it Indivor? Board member Tom Kingsley will become the combined company's board chair. The board is expected to consist of 8 members, evenly split between Individor and Supernus. Transaction will bring under a single company 11 different products for psychiatric, neurologic, and addiction conditions. The overall revenue was purchased with this acquisition of Sage Therapeutics in 2025. Transaction gave Supernus the postpartum depression drug Zurzuvae, which accounted for $53 million in collaboration revenue through a partnership with Biogen, resulting in an overall 9% rise in total revenue up to $719 million. With the combination, they're expected to reduce annual costs, well, by cutting people's jobs. Stated that a combined company will have projected sales of $2.2 billion, earning of $888 million. Yeah, we Chinese folks, we love the 888, the combination with 3 8s. 888 million, with growth from its current product line expected to continue into the 2030s. The transaction is expected to close in fourth quarter of 2026. Cool. All right, next story. So that one's not so exciting. Blossom Hill in its IPO. Let's see. Harvest bankroll potential Tagrisso challenger. Blossom Hill Therapeutics plans to raise $111 million to fund clinical journey of its potential challenger Tagrisso. Potential size of its IPO offered to 7.8 million shares, price between 15 and 17. Assume the final price falls in the middle of the range. They're expected to raise total of 70 million of this cash within a year marks the company's lead asset, the macrocyclic EGFR targeting molecule called BH30643, according to the SEC filing. They're currently undergoing phase 1/2 trial for non-small cell lung, with the biotech intending to use some of this sum to launch a potentially registrational phase 2. In pursuing EGFR mutant and SCLC, they're teeing up a showdown with AZ's approved Tagrisso, the current first-line standard of care that brought the big pharma more than $7 billion global sales. Johnson & Johnson's Rybrevant is another established challenger in the field, and Blossom Hill noted the filing. Numerous other companies also developing potential rivals to their drug. While acknowledged that the EGFR mutant landscape is particularly competitive, Blossom Hill suggested its filing could be targeted at patients who have developed C797S mediated resistance to Tagrisso and other third-gen EGFR tyrosine kinase inhibitors. Meanwhile, around 20 million of this IPO haul will be used to push ahead its phase 1 study of BH30236, which the company is pitching as the first drug to successfully target a CDC-like kinase. That can't be good. CDC, like what is the CDC called? Yeah, like the NIH division. No, CDC. Damn. What does CDC stand for? Not FDA, but CDC. CDC meaning division. Center for Disease Control. How can I forget? We just had COVID like 2 years ago. No, more like 6 years ago. Okay. CDC. There. Central of Disease Control. They merged in February 2024, raised a total of 173 million from the likes of Cult, Cormorant, Orbimed, and more. Blossom Hill seeds were planted by scientific co-founder, president, and CEO, Dr. Jean Sui, PhD, after her previous venture, Turning Point, was bought by Bristol Myers for 4.1 billion. Blossom Hill is in queue for the likes of Braveheart, Atovia, and Vogenix are lined up their own imminent listings. Take advantage of the improved environment for biotech IPOs this year. Blossom Hill. Do we have a story on Blossom Hill? Right here. We did. Yes, Dr. Sui. Go back to that episode on Daily Motion if you're interested. I'm not going to go back to revisit that story. Done. How about the next one? Curium strikes up $8.8 billion deal for radiopharma. Months after report first linked Curium to potential Lantheus takeover. Lantheus, the radiopharma player, have made it official. Agreed to buy all outstanding shares from Lantheus for $102 a piece. 102.50. The company expected to close the transaction in the first half of 2027. They reported considering Curium's proposal valued the Massachusetts company at roughly $7 billion. At that time, both companies declined to comment on the takeover. Global manufacturing network and theranostics pipeline with Lantheus, a sizable U.S. radiodiagnostic business. They said the merged operation would serve patients in oncology, neurology, and cardiology across 70 countries. Lantheus brings several established products to the table, led by prostate cancer PET imaging agent Clarify. So they're more like medical imaging, broadening its presence in radiopharmaceuticals. Oh, I don't know if this is interesting enough. Probably not. All right, let's take a look at the Seeking Alpha Biotech section. Aeon Biopharma regains NYSE American listing after 13. That looks like pocket change after what we've been reading about these upsize IPO stocks to watch on Monday. Gilead, FANG, like Facebook, Apple, Netflix, and Google. Gilead wins California High Court ruling involving duty to innovate theory. Twist Bioscience signals 123 million of Q4 revenue. Crystal Biotech outlines non-GAAP OpEx operating expense range as Vyjuvek expands overseas pricing talks. TG, everything's down. Look, except for this one, Twist. Target whatever after anticipating sub-Q. TG Therapeutics. What does this company do? CareDx climbed another 9% after guidance raise set 52-week high. Short interest alert. Most shorted sub-2B healthcare stocks. Most and least shorted mid to mega cap healthcare stocks at the end of July. Zai Labs received orphan drug status. Enovax Life Sciences refreshed board with 2 new independent director nominees. Z Squared to buy 100% of Paradox Data. Nothing really interesting, to be honest. Yeah. What is Twist Bioscience? What do these guys do? Company's 14th quarter of consistent growth. Sequential growth. DNA synthesis. Adjusted EBITDA. Slightly skeptical, repeated probing on AI durability. Final takeaway. What do these guys do? I mean, it's not so clear. Twist Biosciences. All these earnings calls where research analysts are covering. Yeah, today there's not much news, so we're not going to do a deep dive via Gemini. How about let's take a look at the markets here. Did we do this? Yeah, we did. FDA decision. What's interesting here? Let's see. What is this one? So this one is Gilead. This one's Sanofi. So like big companies and their pipelines. How about this one? Protagonist Therapeutics. Did we do this one yesterday? So denial. Let's see if Rusfertide is gonna get an approval. 96% chance of getting an approval before end of the year. What is Rusfertide? Hepcidin mimic peptide under priority review for polycythemia vera. Subcutaneous administration, natural hormone regulating. Iron and red cell blood production. Regulatory review. A bone marrow disease causing dangerous red blood cell overproduction and high blood thickness. Huh. Okay. How about this one right here? Ivonescimab. This is a big one. It's kind of crazy. This one, Daiichi Sankyo. This one, BMS Celgene. Ultragenics. I think the interesting one is probably this right here. Right now, how do you calculate percent interest? Oh, it doesn't mean like the interest of. It just means they're giving you an interest on your idle cash. Okay. The current probability is 64%. Dang. When is their PDUFA date? July 23rd. achieve landmark phase 3 survival results and BLA acceptance with strong cash reserves. Is that right? They're upgraded to a buy after FDA accepted its BLA application. Upgraded from sell to hold amid FDA ongoing review. Okay. DTX 401 by Ultragenics. Glycogen storage disease, a rare inherent disorder. The liver cannot properly restore sugar into the bloodstream. Correct. The instructional manual inside liver cells after single infusion therapy designed to restore missing enzyme activity. Magic. The liver can once again regulate blood sugar on its own. Well, what else? This one. Priovant Therapeutics. This one's 80. What is it, like 86%? Could expand treatment option across oncology and hepatitis. FDA's decision is full approval and accelerated. Oral pill developed by Priovant Therapeutics designed to calm overactive immune system people with certain inflammatory diseases. Huh. Treatment of myositis, a rare disease where the immune system attacks the body's own muscle and skin. Wow. And then another antiviral, Verve 102, whatever that is. Retarchetide, Eli Lilly. That's the triple G, right? Glucagon, GLP-1, and Compass Pathway submitted NDA for Comp 360. When will Beam Therapeutics submit a BLA? This is just an insider bet. Who cares when they will submit it? It's more about like the approval. For all I know, they might have already submitted it. This is just an insider bet. We should be bet on the outcome of the study, no? Huh. Yeah, interesting. What about reclassify BPC 157 to category 1? I think we can do like a more like a standalone coverage of this one later. But what is Intellia's Roval Z? Before July 2027, I guess these folks already lost their bet. Intelia. How big is the market right now? Invisible. 38% chance. Now there's a 0% chance that it will happen before July of 2027, no? Okay. Well, hereditary angioedema. Let's see. What is this condition for? Or what does this condition look like? Instagram. Matt Damon's biceps in that Odyssey fight scene, they're hers. Who is she? The actor Devin Dalton. The world's biggest compliment last week. Good luck. I haven't seen the Odyssey, nor do I really want to see it. It's a Nolan movie, right? Is it a Nolan movie? Attack right after. Clinical features. Non-pitting swelling. What is this? Hereditary angioedema. She may have allergies. Can look the same, but treated with different medications. Whoa.
Goldfish. You want me to open your goldfish? Yeah. Goldfish. You want me to open your goldfish? Yeah. Goldfish. You want me to open your goldfish? Yeah.
So.
Goldfish. You want me to open your goldfish? Yeah.
Edema or this woman has angioedema.
You want me to open your goldfish?
Yeah. Well, I'd like to help you open up your goldfish, but
you want me to open your goldfish?
So she has edema, angioedema. Let's check it out. So this is Ashley. That's Ashley. I mean, it looks pretty bad. The condition. Swell, no swell. Exam buzzwords. Allergic. Okay, so that's allergy. That's allergy. Got it. Edema, it's more like this.
On my way to the ER. I chewed on my lip when I was asleep yesterday and woke up like this. This is all swollen. It hurts so bad.
That isn't just swelling from biting your lip. That's a medical emergency called angioedema. Angioedema is a rapid swelling that occurs deep in the skin. So it's often painful, but includes the lips, the eyes, the face, the mouth, and even the airway. And the reason we as doctors take it so seriously is because if your tongue and airway swell, it can compromise your ability to breathe. So what causes it? In this case, it ended up being her blood pressure medication called lisinopril. And the scary thing about ACE inhibitors like lisinopril is that even if you've taken that medication for months and had no issues, this can suddenly happen. Other common triggers, though, include allergic reactions to food, medications, insect bites, infections, and even some inherited genetic conditions can cause it. So if you ever develop sudden swelling of your lips, face, tongue, throat, especially if you're having trouble breathing, definitely seek medical attention immediately. Have you ever seen this before? Let me know in the comments
And
if you have any
especially,
questions.
no, I don't need to see
On
your
my way to
comments.
the ER. I chewed on my lip when I was asleep yesterday and woke up like this. This is all
Well,
swollen.
sorry
It
about that.
hurts so
You
bad.
need to get it
That isn't just
treated.
swelling from biting your lip. That's a
Okay, that's it for today. I'm just kind of exhausted. Sorry for a low energy live stream today, but yeah, just needed to get some rest. All right. Hope you all have a nice Monday and signing off. Adios.